This is the most magnificent discarded living room set I've ever seen.
I work for Channel 5.
The Big Corn Cob. Well, you know, Roy, just in case you have to go out and milk the horses.
Part of your mouth, it looks like it's sewn shut. Hi, welcome to Comedy Parenting Radio. My name is Jerry Begley, and this is the show that is considering hiring duck whisperers.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that sure would help with all of our problems.
No, it wouldn't.
I don't see how duck whisperers are going to help us with all our financial problems.
But you need a lawyer.
So today, folks, the producer wants us to learn each other's voice acting parts, just in case we ever have to
Go chop firewood or, work on the car or...
Swim a half a mile across the English Channel and then come back.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to be hearing the special voices that you've heard over the years, and that voice actor is going to be teaching that voice to the rest of the cast. I have no idea how this is going to work. Anyway, stay tuned.
This moment of uncontrollable laughter was made possible by a 32-year-old man with little to no coordination attempting to execute a simple cartwheel. His name is Sergeant Warner, but young James, our laughing friend here, simply calls him Dad. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Comedy Parenting Radio.
Welcome back to Comedy Parenting Radio. We're going to have voice actors trying to get other cast members to talk in their voice in case they can't be there sometimes. So who's the first person we're going to be doing today?
I think Roy's first on the docket.
What do you mean Roy's on the docket? Why has somebody got to use my voice? I'm going to be here all the time, you know?
Well, you know, Roy, just in case you have to go out and milk the horses.
You don't milk horses, you dope.
Well, do you have to shear the horses?
No, but sometimes you got to pick the cockleburs out of their tails. You spray a little WD-40 in there, comb them out there.
Roy, go ahead and teach us how to do your voice then.
I don't know how you say my voice. Here, just open your lips a little bit. Try it. No, Courtney, open your lips a little bit there. No, you gotta have some sound coming out of your voice.
I don't have any sound coming out of my voice.
What's the matter with your voice? You sound like you swallowed a cigar.
Isn't that what you did?
No.
He swallowed a whole welding torch. What's the matter with your voice?
It's nothing.
The taste is light and airy.
No, that's not how you say. You have to say, the taste is light and airy.
The taste is light and airy. The taste is light and airy.
If she would take her hands off your throat, you wouldn't sound so constricted while you're saying the taste is light and airy.
The taste is light and airy.
Well, the taste is light and airy.
Look, no.
The taste is light and airy.
Listen.
The taste is light and airy.
It would sound a whole lot better if you wore a belt buckle and some boots and blue jeans.
Right.
See my nice shirt I got on here?
Right.
For those of you who can't see, it's just your regular plaid cotton shirt with the sleeves ripped off of it.
This is my special recording shirt. I'm giving up. I'm going to tell the producer. If the producer knows about this nobody can ever be Roy. Okay, never mind, Roy. Just go back, sit on the couch here. We'll grab somebody else and do somebody else's voice. What about Dr. Emmett Beige? Let's have Dr. Emmett Beige step up to the microphone here. Dr. Beige, can you teach us about your voice?
You called me Edison? I don't know how to do this. This one's easy. I sound like this one all the time.
Honestly, Dad, you sound like a dying horse.
You sound like you were just stabbed in the throat.
What is it about this voice? I don't understand it.
I don't understand a lot of things, son. But when he does, he understands them. Boy, does he understand them. I don't understand them, but I do calculate them out on the board.
I think you guys sound pretty good. We could have like a whole Dr. Emmett choir. What is something that he has said in the past? Dr. Emmett Beige has said.
Great snot!
No.
No, I may not have said that, but I should have said that.
Meteor. Something about a meteor.
The meteor is hurtling towards us at 1.23 microns a second.
What's a micron?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? I would love to know.
You're listening to Comedy Parenting Radio. We're trying out some different voices with some different people to see if maybe if they're good enough, they could take over that spot.
Norm Balone is a retailer. He doesn't use radio because...
Can't see things in radio.
So to show him that hearing is seeing, we blindfolded Norm and tied him to a chair in his living room.
What are you doing?
We're sawing a hole in your floor, Norm.
Listen, I know radio works. It's okay, really.
Now we're filling the hole with water.
I like radio, I do.
Now we're throwing alligators and sharks in the hole.
No, please, take off the blindfold.
So, Norm, still think you can't see things on radio?
Well, not like TV. All right, I can see.
A message from this station and the Radio Advertising Bureau.
An open letter to Comedy Parenting Radio from the producers. Dear Comedy Parenting Radio, we don't like anything about your show, but we listen to it every week. It's sort of like watching a natural disaster unfold, or a train going off a bridge. You can't help but stop and be mesmerized by it. Keep up the good, lousy work.
You're back with Comedy Parenting Radio, checking out different voices. Courtney does what does she do?
Some sort of odd British thing.
I have no idea what you're talking about, love.
I got no idea what you're talking about, love. I have no idea what you're talking about, love.
I got no idea what you're talking about, love.
I got no idea what you're talking about, love.
No. Bring in the person that actually sounds like me.
No.
Yeah. Bring in the person that actually sounds like me. No, sounds like me. No, sounds like me.
So Josiah is as close to the bad British accent as anybody's got here.
But tornadoes ground, Cessnas.
But tornadoes ground, Cessnas.
But tornadoes ground, Cessnas.
But tornadoes ground, Cessnas. But tornadoes ground, Cessnas.
Is my voice really that high, though?
Josiah, you're going to be the stand-in bad British accent, okay, in the future.
Okay.
Okay, let's bring in the Russian, Yuri Komkov.
Hello, everybody. My name is Yuri Komkov. What do you need my help with here?
Do you have to put Jell-O in your mouth to say this stuff?
No, what you have to do is you have to sound like you have really bad cold and you go...
I want to set that as my ringtone.
Well, the cast is losing it over there on the Yuri Komkov.
Yes?
Mr. Yuri, how do you make that voice? Aside from doing the loogie thing, how do you make your voice?
Remember when I was like there for 20 minutes trying to figure out what a hockaloogie?
You guys can all sit up straight now and talk into the microphones. Okay. Yuri, what's up?
What was up with you?
We want to know how to speak like you.
Okay, here's the deal, right? All you have to do is move to Soviet Union for maybe
a year, a month, 2 weeks?
Hell, you get it about 3 days.
3 days. And what happens?
If you don't start talking like this, you get shot as spy.
If you do not get to talk like this, you get shot as a spy.
If you don't start talking like this, you get shot as a spy.
That is horrible German.
That was not really anything, actually.
I'm from Indiana. I can't do an accent.
Yeah, you can. You can do Pennsylvania. You can do Pennsylvania Dutch. Hinga-dinga-durgan.
You're listening to Comedy Parenting Radio, voice transmogrification. We'll be right back.
Life ain't all that easy. I can testify to that. It's been up and down and round and round to get to where I'm at. If you could see how I'm living in this old car I drive, well, you'd probably wonder and even ponder why I even wanna stay alive. So give me one more shot. I'll give it all I've got. Let me open my eyes to the new sunrise, I pray. Give me one more chance.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cold time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Move to the back of the bus, folks. Fill up the back seats.
Good grief.
Why don't you guys sit in the back of the bus?
Because you're playing Comedy Parenting Radio up here, and we want to hear it. You're back with Comedy Parenting Radio. Go.
Josiah.
Yes?
What voice would you like to share with us?
Australia!
Okay. Teach us how to do an Australian voice that you do.
First, you got to do kind of like a nasally voice. Then you got to add a bit of gruff to it. I like to fight kangaroos and play didgeridoos. What a ruse of a news.
Well, how do we speak in that accent?
Well, you gotta have like a little bit of gruff in you. Now, Courtney can't do this. She is always going to be out of this category. No, I'm not. No, they're more like, that's okay, hun. What?
That's okay, hun?
I don't think I've ever said that's okay, hon.
That is so out of character for you to say that's okay, hun.
I've got 3 Billy Goats worth of gruff.
It's all about Australia, mate.
This is a tough one because, well, we have Shirley's voice here, and I have to do Shirley's voice because we can't afford to hire enough women on this show.
The one that's here is on work release from prison.
It's just really expensive to hire women to be on the show.
Well, that's because we have good taste.
If you women didn't have such good taste, we could afford to hire you on the show. As we often do in the show, we save the best for last, and even though people don't believe that's actually the case once they've heard it, we did the same thing today. Our very best one, our favorite, my personal favorite, is Cletus Johnson. Welcome to the show, Cletus.
Well, thanks for having me.
Cletus, who do you work for again?
I work for Channel 5.
The Big Corn Cob.
As a news reporter.
You've covered some amazing things in your time, haven't you?
It's honestly a surprise that I haven't won a Pulitzer yet.
Cletus, could you help us learn how to do your voice in case we ever have to do the news?
Sure. Well, you just gotta think of Hicks McGee.
I'd like to point out that you're, like, part of your mouth looks like it's sewn shut.
Most of the time it is.
So, Josiah, why don't you step to the microphone there and do a Cletus Johnson?
This is Cletus Johnson reporting for Channel 5, the Big Corn Cob. Today, we're at the mall, and there's a man riding a shrimp.
Okay. How about Elijah step up and do a Cletus Johnson there?
This is Cletus Johnson reporting for Channel 5, the Big Corn Cob. And we're outside the mall here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where Santa just robbed all the stores and made off in his sleigh.
I think that's an even better Cletus than I was just doing.
Courtney.
This is Cletus Johnson with Channel 5 News, the Big Corn Cob. We're standing outside the mall, and I accidentally ruined my vocal cords.
That corn cob's sounded very sad. Okay, I'll throw one in there.
This is Cletus Johnson for Channel 5, the Big Corn Cob. I'm standing outside the Concord Mall, which has been closed for 18 years. It's kind of lonely out here.
Well, you've been listening to Comedy Parenting Radio, and the fact that they even pay us for this is just a miracle.
That's why there is no miracle.
You haven't gotten your check yet, I know, but it's in the mail.
How long has it been in the mail?
I haven't put it in the box yet. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming into the studio today.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And when you guys go,
Yes.
You might want to go down and grab some lemons there and suck on them and get your vocal cords back in shape, okay? This has been a brutal session with the Comedy Parenting Radio staff. Anyway.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.